My name is Noorani Aziz, Chief Executive Officer of the St. Lucia Hospitality and Tourism Association. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the SLHTA's milestone 60th annual general meeting of its members. This year, we pause to celebrate the last 12 months of tremendous achievements, working with members and working with partners. We have moved enviable milestones over the past 12 months. And today it is our pleasure to present to our membership our report card and to get from them indications of where we're to be headed in the coming 12 months. The defining moments for the SLHTA in 2023 have been those points of collaboration with state and civil society organizations to address issues which have been far too long standing in our communities, affecting our people, affecting our environment, and affecting our happiness, peace of mind, and comfort. Using the tremendous resources which have been put forward by our members, we've been able to build consensus on a number of projects over the past 12 months that have allowed us to leave a far greater footprint in inner city communities and in establishments that have been crying out for stronger collaboration with the private sector.
It's my pleasure to welcome you to the 60th annual general meeting of the St. Lucia Hospitality and Tourism Association. I'm your president, Paul Cullimore, and it's indeed a pleasure to have you with us. The focus of 2023 is really a continuation of our work at advocacy on behalf of our members and on behalf of our members within the tourism service providers and the accommodation sector. And certainly engagement and collaboration certainly was a lot of the work that we would have done in 2023. That is engaging with the St. Lucia Tourism Authority, the Ministry of Tourism, and several other government agencies, just to mention a few.
Hello, my name is Sorin Moldovan. I'm one of the directors of SLHTA restaurant and also one of the shareholders. Well, we joined SLHTA last year just before we started the business because we are looking for support from SLHTA. We're looking for promote ourselves. We also have a very good experience with Ted Bruce Hotel, which is member of SLHTA since quite a few years ago, and we had nothing but good experiences. Well, first of all, we had a lot of help with social media. SLHTA promoted us on Facebook, Instagram, and also I would consider also not last but very important support was the fact that we found some of our good employees that we have is right now. So it was a huge help. The advertising for getting those jobs filled up was amazing. I recommend everybody that owns a business here in hospitality that they should join SLHTA.
Is one that is very necessary. It is one that is very applicable, and it is the one that will really create the environment to advance a better relationship or collaboration between the private sector as well as the public sector.
Over the last 7 years or so, we developed a relationship with the SLHTA where we have direct contact through all different means. I think if I can remember, it started, we were always separate entities, but I know what started the closer relationship was when we realized that the collaboration was required in terms of running a similar business. You bring in the passengers, and the passengers need to be facilitated by the SLHTA, and we are all part of that collective. And when we started having issues sometimes where flights would be cancelled and we would need hotel rooms because the airlines tended to be on their own having to search for rooms. So I think it first started with Mr. Aziz, Mr. Noorani Aziz, and it has now evolved with a relationship with the current chair, which is Mr. Cullimore, where we have, no matter what time of day, what happens is that the SLHTA would then take up the mantle to find all the rooms on behalf of the carrier which is affected, or if it's the airport that's affected in its entirety, to take care of that business. So it's very smooth in terms of processing for passengers, and the airlines don't have the headache that they used to have before in terms of the agencies in St. Lucia, whether it's the SLHTA, SLTA, collaborating with SLHTA, which controls the ports of St. Lucia, in ensuring that the customer service experience for the entire process in St. Lucia is managed well.
In 2023, we saw the TEF giving back in a big way. A lot of communities island-wide benefited from over 20 projects that were initiated within 2023. We also saw the TEF putting even more capital into community development, where we spent over $1.5 million in various projects ranging from the north of the island to the south of the island.
Hello, good day. My name is Damian Jabatis, acting leading firefighter of the St. Lucia Fire Service and also chairperson of the Fire Service Summer Camp Committee. The fire department wanted to play its part in assisting in helping young persons stray away from deviant behavior. So we had sessions on financial management, budgeting as compared to instant gratification, mapping skills. We did some conflict resolution. We also had some team building exercises. We engaged in a bit of table etiquette, protocol, how to tie a tie, how to dress for success, and things of that nature. Eventually, it was one thing to have the idea, but to actually bring it forth and see it to fruition is another aspect all by itself. The St. Lucia Hotel and Tourism Enhancement Fund came on board in a magnificent way by becoming even our sole sponsor. They embraced the program so heartily that they became our sole sponsor and made it possible for us to execute this initiative in a very, very optimistic and grand way.
I am Mervyn S. Joseph, chairperson for the Fuasho Development Committee. The Fuasho Development Committee thought that we should continue such a program, which was stopped. We understand the circumstances of why it was stopped, so we decided, what can we do to bring this program back? And this is when we decided to seek help from SLHTA to bring this program to the young people of the community of Fuasho. We want to say a big thank you to St. Lucia Hotel and Tourism Association with the TEF fund. When I came over and I spoke to Donette and I introduced her to that after school program, and right away Donette was on it, and she felt that yes, I think we should and TF should sponsor such a program. And the contribution that TF is making towards this holistic development within this community, we want to say thank you, and we will continue doing our best in developing these young children, because they are our future, and whatever we're getting from TEF is going directly towards their development and their growth.
Our virtual reality program last year, which was funded by the TEF from SLHTA, was conceptualized because we've noticed that a lot of children are disengaged or they're not interested in the traditional school setting. And so we found that virtual reality it provides a really great tool to get children motivated and really interested in learning.
And we're glad to have announced that since July 2023, last year, we announced the beginning and the endowment through the SLHTA of enabling us to create and establish the Marine Health Alliance. History has been that the TEF has had an active involvement through this partnership in supporting a major project along the southeast coast of St. Lucia, and that was towards supporting biodiversity protection and awareness related to reptilian species, including our local iguana and boa.
I want to commend SLHTA and the TEF because, when it comes to advocacy, action is really the most effective form of advocacy. Mother Teresa says it well, enough talk. A preaching point is not a meeting point. It's better you take a broom and sweep the floor. The most impactful and the most powerful partner in CPP. CPP would not have any action if it was not for TEF and SLHTA.
We launched in July of 23, and that came in after we had a series of the shooting, the gun violence in the South, where we mobilized a team of counselors to provide the support, free support to those families affected. After that, what I felt was really necessary to continue the work, and importantly that a lot of persons who needed counseling could not afford. So I used the team we had, and then I created the center, New Leaf, where we're offering free counseling services to disadvantaged families, low income or children to the southern region, which is from Dennery to Soufrière. The support, the sponsorship has been really great and very helpful. As well too, because when we started, we targeted like about 20 persons per month. And we used to get like from day one, like for the first month in July, over 30 something, sometimes about 40 something. And without that sponsorship, that sort of grant, we would have not been able to do that work.
I am Pearl Regis, principal, Roseau RC Combined School. The program was conceptualized in order to keep our students engaged, because you find that within this region, most of the parents, they're hotel workers or they work until late hours. So we found the program to be beneficial so that students can be engaged after school hours. They, for example, they get an opportunity to engage in the arts like music, in extracurricular activities like agriculture, and they also get to learn some social skills through the life skills program. On behalf of the Roseau RC Combined School, I would like to extend sincere thanks to the St. Lucia Hotel and Tourism Association for such a great initiative, which has assisted our students in terms of behavior and attendance, and also to some degree their academic performance. I am hoping that we can facilitate greater levels of collaboration in the not too distant future.
I think 2024, if it is any way to look at how a number of our members were recognized in the area of tourism service providers or in the area of the accommodation sector, a lot of them have really made the destination proud. And you know what they made them proud by? They've won so many accolades last year. And this year, if there's any benchmark looking at last year, I think that we will continue to do really well and position us, the country, for a lot more greater things to happen in 2024. So I think we have a lot of work to do. And again, the development and the interest and the optimism is still really growing within our membership.